Good afternoon, guys. Welcome along to today's live stream. So I'm going to do a short session today, 25 minutes, and I always say that and I end up going on for ages, but today I really need to keep it short because again I've got a tight deadline for some other work that I need to do, but I want to keep the momentum going by live streaming. So today's track is quite an interesting example actually because I'm really not excited about this idea at all. I've bookmarked it, so at some point I liked it. It's sampling a kind of late 80s Brit funk kind of track. This is what I came up with. This is not June the 22nd. This is from literally like 6 months ago. So that's all I came up with. It was like a short session, like 20 minutes, just playing around with some ideas. I've actually just done a little bit of playing around just for 5 minutes just then. But again, I'm doing this opposite thing, this Mike Monday experiment, kind of thought experiment. So I said that it was jagged. I could try and make it smooth. Let me just check actually. Have I got? No, I haven't got any sound. Apologies if I didn't have any sound coming through then. What happens when you're doing things in a rush? Okay, let's get. Yeah, for some reason, whenever I use Soundflower, I have to start my audio MIDI setup every time, which is a pain. But if I remember to do it, it's fine. Okay, so we should have sound now. So sorry, guys, in case you didn't hear that, let me just play it again. Say 35 seconds. Okay, so I think it's in F sharp minor. Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, so what I was saying was thought experiment. So I decided it was kind of jagged sounding, so I want a smooth part. I thought a long string tremolo with the track filtering underneath. Upbeat but jazzy is the style, so I thought downbeat and electronic would be the kind of the opposite. So we're trying to find an opposite section which is going to help the track move people and be kind of emotive and have momentum to it and that kind of thing. I said the genre was like house and soul, so I thought the opposite was kind of ambient techno. Groovy, so straight, and I said it was kind of orange. I don't know, yeah, who knows what color it is, and I put the opposite to be blue. So I've come up with some part ideas that would reflect the opposite of how I hear the track at the moment. Okay, so we're going to bosh through this quickly. So jagged smooth. All right, so I think I've got an Apple loop here. So if I set my my key signature to be F sharp minor. And this is a good example of. I'm really not excited by this at all. I think the problem is I've taken the intro of the track and chopped it up, and I think it's one of those tracks where they've got this kind of like the music is being presented in the intro and then it goes somewhere else. And whenever I go back to the intro groove and use some of the other sample, it just sounds really unresolved and kind of unsatisfying. So I think it might be quite cool just to try and literally just use this loop and try and find as many ways as possible to mash it up, make an interesting track with only using these sounds. So I never have to go anywhere else. That could be a kind of interesting way to approach it. Okay, so I think I've got some strings. If I go to instrument strings, have I got a tremolo? Yeah, so I've got this pre-made. So this is a Logic string part. So let's build this new section here. So we'll copy this across and let's try, let's just extend that. 20 minutes on the timer. So we're running against the clock here. As I said, I really am not kind of really bothered about this track. So I'm just going to do whatever comes out, which is a good attitude to have across the board, really. Okay, so I'm going to select these parts here, and what am I trying to do? I'm going to bounce them down to be Giulia Ghetto, leave the original, new track. I'm going to bounce these down, put them onto their own track, and I'm going to filter this. This is going to be one of my ideas for a B section, is to make it more kind of legato and smooth. I think I normalize that. I feel like I could even repeat maybe. I don't know what the longest period we can have on LFO tool is. It's already at the longest. That's fine. So filter frequency. Let's bring this up slowly over 16 bars. You know, the mad thing, so as I said, I've got lots of freelance work on at the moment. So I'm kind of busy doing Logic videos. And so I've been experimenting with doing a session at home. I get up very early in the morning and do my piano practice because I've got my grade 2 coming up. And I've been experimenting with doing a little 20 minutes on my GarageBand on my phone before I leave the house, and then coming straight to the studio and doing my freelance work, whereas normally I would always do my own music first thing in the morning. And it's been amazing, actually. It's so much fun using the GarageBand app on the phone. I'm getting really into it, and I've started loads of new ideas. So these 3 are all the ones I've done this week just on my phone in the morning. I'm not going to play them because I'm not, but yeah, really good fun. And it means you can come up with an idea in 5 minutes on the toilet if you wanted to. Okay, so let's get these hats and claps in. I had another idea actually. Yeah, I mean that feels pretty kind of the tension's pretty high, and it feels quite resolved when it comes in. I had another idea, which was this. Let's just copy this down. Don't copy. I don't want the filter on there. So this is the other idea. So I've kind of tried long string tremolo with track filter underneath. I've kind of tried that, and I'm not trying to create the finished article here. I'm really just trying to come up with quick ideas that I can listen to later and decide whether they're any good or not. That's kind of my attitude to it. So I did a stretching one yesterday on the beat, and I thought, what if I just try and stretch the sample? So let's duplicate this section. Whatever. No, not whatever. Read what it says. Paste and tracks, create new tracks, paste and tracks with matching track objects. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's delete this one from here and let's take those from here. Interesting. It's like on speed. I don't know, is it kind of interesting? Was it kind of terrible? I think it's some kind of I love that little hit there. It's really nice. Da, 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 da. Hmm. Does that do anything that sounds cool? No, not at the moment. Try some of these other modes. Okay, so what if I was to duplicate this? So I'm just trying to take a playing mindset, see if there's anything cool that can come out. Yeah, I think that kind of sounds cool. Oh no, what's going on? Oh no. I don't know how that ended up getting so loud. So I'm going to try doing repeating this. So I've obviously just put in a drum beat there and slowed it down as well. I'm wondering if that kind of sounds terrible. What I was thinking was, what's it like if I do the opposite? Terrible. I got it in the right place? Yeah. I was like, oh, that sounds alright, but that's where the beat's supposed to be. That's kind of cool. So I'm doing the opposite on this string here. So I'm trying to work out if that's kind of exciting when it speeds up there. Yeah, I think that's kind of cool because I feel like you've been played with quite a lot. Like so we've got upbeat but jazzy, downbeat electronic, What did I say I was going to try? Bounce and time switch sample done. 3 seconds bounce the loop, then add verb so it gets ambienty, but techno. So that was kind of my idea. Another idea was to have like a techno-y kind of section. That needs to loop more. Okay, so let's just put in this to remind me of what I was trying to do. Ah, no. Oh, no. Okay, so let's take that off. Where am I supposed to be going? 49. Okay. So I think between those sections, I've got some kind of, maybe we could try bringing the string over the top of that a little bit there. Okay, so ambient techno, put the sample on the kick. Okay, so this was another alternative idea I kind of had. So let's just repeat. So it was to make it really straight, so like really just on the kick. This is the straight section. So let's take the clap out, take the hat out. Let's make the Ableton loop really short, see if that works. Okay, cool. So let's do one last thing. So last thing was Pentatonic FM Fluxus Crystallizer. So let's put in GTK for all my sounds. And this is all my Apple loops that I've made in the last couple of weeks, most of them actually. Let's try that. So this is supposed to be blue sounding. Okay, so these ones are a bit confusing sometimes because let me just quantize it. It looks like it's the right key, but it doesn't sound right. So let's go pentatonic, minor pentatonic. No, it doesn't sound very good. Okay, so let's just try that. There was a couple that sounded okay. Not sure if it quite suits the vibe, but maybe it's just like a little effect sound. Maybe not. Come on. It's seriously hot in this room. I don't know why that's coming out so short. That's got a bit of potential, I think, as a sound. Let's just copy it across. Something going on here, maybe. Why it's got that. funny glitchy sound on it. Maybe because I've got, yeah, probably that. Oh, I need to go downstairs in a minute. It's too hot in here. I try not to complain about the temperature, but it's hot. Okay, so this is going to be to finish off. So in this session, so it's been just over 25 minutes. So I've gone from having something which I really wasn't excited about at all to kind of being a little bit more excited about it. I think it'd be fun to just have like severe limitations to say, right, everything has to be out of that loop, or everything has to be out of the sounds that are already there. So I don't want strings really. I want something more like a plucky, kind of a crystally, like FM-y kind of sound. That's what I put down in my description. That's already more the kind of vibe. Um, looking for a bell kind of sound. So I'm just going to finish off taking out the very lows on the vinyl. And maybe let's try filtering this up. This kind of sounds maybe a little bit messy, this section, but so we did have another little section here, but I'm actually just going to delete everything after this, which means I have no choice but to concentrate on that loop there. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave it. So I've done all those things I said I was going to try, coming up with opposite sections. So I've probably got enough sections here now to arrange this track and try and map out the sections, because there's kind of enough interest, I think, even just using that sample. And then if I filtered stuff and mess around with it and reverse things and kind of add some bells and whistles, I think it could be interesting. I still don't know if I'm excited 100% by it, but I'm definitely more excited than I was before I started working on it. And imagine if I'd been working on this non-stop for the last 2 weeks, trying to do it. Because first of all, it's cool to be able to have lots of ideas, because then you can actually prioritize the ones you are excited about. But also, you don't want to end up just like working on something to the point where you just lose all your perspective. That's what you want to avoid at all times. So what I'm going to do is bounce this down. Say thanks a lot to Tuco, who's been tuning in, and my lovely wife, who joined as well. And I want to wish you all a great weekend. And I will be back streaming on Tuesday. I'm kind of thinking of trying to maybe do a little stream on Mondays, but actually just focus on more mindset kind of stuff. I work for CR2 Records as well. I do all their in-house mixing and mastering, and the guys there are always saying I should do some like, they're always joking, saying about Larry's life hacks. So I was thinking of maybe I try and read a lot of stuff on the creative process, and just trying to tweak things to be more efficient and more effective. And so I was thinking maybe sharing some insights on a Monday, so rather than focusing on the music production, doing more mindset kind of stuff. So we'll see, watch this space. But anyway, guys, have a wonderful weekend, and I hope that was interesting to see.